Illuminated failings, selling up the spine. With Columbine-filled greenhouses and chimes. Shadow, shadow, please don't run from me. Who do you see? Who will you be? I am we, the light hits the sun's light. Closed eyes open at a blink of an eye. The mind went black, the mind went blank. The madness stinks, we fade away at the heart of a beat. Illuminated failings, selling up the spine. With Columbine-filled green. Voyaging such a deep, large slush. The arch of the fiend is the height of the salesman. She sold a cellar to a wine addict named Philman. And he filled everyone in. Emphasis on those who spend and spend. What spins like a wheel will come to an end. Of course that's obvious, the journey is obvious. The bricks are here to uphold the gorgeousness. The feet of the warlord's beach is where the triggered wise sleep. Illuminated failings, selling up the spine. With Columbine-filled greenhouses and chimes. Shadow, shadow, please don't run from me. Who do you see? Who will you be? I am we, the light hits the sun's light. Closed eyes open at a blink of an eye. The mind went black, the mind went blank. The madness stinks, we fade away at the heart of a beat. Illuminated failings, selling on the side with Columbine-filled green. Stupid, stupid head. Where's the castle he asks for? Does it exist under this trap door? You enter the abyss the more you kiss my anus in search of forgiveness. Kiss it, fuckboy. I gathered enough info to rule the galaxy, so I should have a home that represents such. I think I'll make you into my pet's lunch. Speaking of my pet, here it comes. Pucker up some more, why don't you? Here.
Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies, everybody is here. As many of you know, last March, when it was announced that I was no longer in the Black Muslim movement, it was pointed out that it was my intention to work among the 22 million non-Muslim Afro-Americans and to try and form some type of organization or create a situation where the young people, our young people, the students and others, could study the problems of our people for a period of time and then come up with a new analysis and give us some new ideas and some new suggestions as to how to approach a problem that too many other people had been playing around with for too long. And that we would have some kind of meeting and determine at a later date whether to form a black nationalist party or a black nationalist army. There have been many of our people across the country from all walks of life who have taken it upon themselves to try and pool their ideas and to come up with some kind of solution to the problem that confronts all of our people. And tonight we are here to try and get an understanding of what it is they've come up with. Also, recently, when I was blessed to make a trip or a pilgrimage, a religious pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, where I met many people from all over the world, plus spent many weeks in Africa, trying to broaden my own scope and get more of an open mind to look at the problem as it actually is. One of the things that I realized, and I realized this even before going over there, was that our African brothers have gained their independence faster than you and I here in America have. They've also gained recognition and respect as human beings much faster than you and I. Just 10 years ago on the African continent, our people were colonized. They were suffering all forms of colonization, oppression, exploitation, degradation, humiliation, discrimination, and every other kind of ation. And in a short time, they have gained more independence, more recognition, more respect as human beings than you and I have. And you and I live in a country which is supposed to be the citadel of education, freedom, justice, democracy, and all of those other pretty sounding words. So it was our intention to try and find out what was our African brothers doing to get results so that you and I could study what they had done and perhaps gain from that study or benefit from their experiences. And my traveling over there was designed to help to find out how. One of the first things that the independent African nations did was to form an organization called the Organization of African Unity. The purpose of our organization is Afro-American Unity, which has the same aim and objective to fight whoever gets in our to bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary. That's our motto. The purpose of our organization is to start right here in Harlem, which has the largest concentration of people of African descent that exists anywhere on this earth. There are more Africans here in Harlem than exist in any city on the African continent, because that's what you and I are, Africans. The Charter of the United Nations, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Constitution of the United States, and the Bill of Rights are the principles in which we believe, and that these documents, if put into practice, represent the essence of mankind's hopes and good intentions, desirous that all Afro-American people and organizations should henceforth unite so that the welfare and well-being of our people will be assured. We are resolved to reinforce the common bond of purpose between our people by submerging all of our differences and establishing non-sectarian constructive programs for human rights. We hereby present this charter. Number one, the establishment. The Organization of Afro-American Unity shall include all people of African descent in the Western Hemisphere.
vois une génération entière qui travaille à des pompes à essence, qui fait le service dans des restos, ou qui est esclave d'un petit chef dans un bureau. La pub nous fait courir après des voitures et des fringues. On fait des boulots qu'on déteste pour se payer des merdes qui nous servent à rien. On est les enfants oubliés de l'histoire, mes amis. On n'a pas de but ni de vraie place. On n'a pas de grande guerre, pas de grande dépression. Notre grande guerre est spirituelle. Notre grande dépression, c'est nos vies. La télévision nous a appris à croire qu'un jour on serait tous des millionnaires, des dieux du cinéma ou des rockstars. Mais c'est faux. Et nous apprenons lentement cette vérité. On en a vraiment, vraiment plein de cul.
A fire-breathing baby caught me slipping in the 80s, lucid dreaming with Lucy's wonder world of pussy and pearls. The crack epidemic was very hectic. Escobar's had it though, Cream had it heavy. No one picture patience say we're fear less than we're love. That's not a superiority complex, but I'm by the death. Watch my dark lust steps. I'm sharking through these waters by your mothers and daughters. See me scheming while I'm
Esclave d'un petit chef dans un bureau. La pub nous fait courir après des voitures et des fringues. On fait des boulots qu'on déteste pour se payer des merdes qui nous servent à rien. On est les enfants oubliés de l'histoire, mes amis. On n'a pas de but ni de vraie place. On n'a pas de grande guerre, pas de grande dépression. Notre grande guerre est spirituelle. Notre grande dépression, c'est nos vies. La télévision nous a appris à croire qu'un jour on serait tous des millionnaires, des dieux du cinéma ou des rockstars. Mais c'est faux. Et nous apprenons lentement cette vérité. On en a vraiment, vraiment plein de cul.
counting your blessings that I stole off the top. One drop, two drops. Where's my money? Don't exploit me. You fucking coons with Looney Tunes rules at your side. Down to ride with guns at your side. Who dies first and who gives me the purse? Let's not wait until later, cause it could be worse. They say I'm robotic with emotionless thoughts. I feel the love, but it never touches my heart. You think I give a fuck about your new group of friends?
Esclave d'un petit chef dans un bureau. La pub nous fait courir après des voitures et des fringues. On fait des boulots qu'on déteste pour se payer des merdes qui nous servent à rien. On est les enfants oubliés de l'histoire, mes amis. On n'a pas de but ni de vraie place. On n'a pas de grande guerre, pas de grande dépression. Notre grande guerre est spirituelle. Notre grande dépression, c'est nos vies. La télévision nous a appris à croire qu'un jour on serait tous des millionnaires, des dieux du cinéma ou des rockstars. Mais c'est faux. Et nous apprenons lentement cette vérité. On en a vraiment, vraiment plein le cul.
Years after Egyptian monks buried their Gnostic Gospels at Nag Hammadi, the Roman Catholic Church faced a revival of Gnostic heresy. In the late 12th and early 13th centuries, a conflict arose between the Church and a movement of French Gnostic Christians in the province of Languedoc.
There are some Americans who are looking at worship in a whole different way, and in a whole different place, and perhaps there's one right near you. Here is NBC's Chris Jensen.
Time to tell me bye-bye.
Good morning. Good.
For 25 years, Pastor Mike Trzynski has welcomed his parishioners before Sunday service.
There is the idea that there are two creations, one good and one bad, and therefore two creators. The idea that the soul belongs to the good creation and is an exile and prisoner of the world, that is, of the bad creation. The idea that salvation can only be achieved by enlightened knowledge. All that is Gnostic.
100 years of colourful history in Sydney's inner west was lost early this morning. Fire destroyed the original Anglican Holy Trinity Church in Dulwich Hill. Arson is suspected, as Michael Troy reports.
What do you think the meaning of life is?
To live and to live in a mystery.
The Cathar heresy was a localized medieval Gnostic Christianity. It rejected the authority, wealth, and secular power of the Catholic Church. The Cathar seemed, to many of their followers, to express more fully the Christian teaching. They lived devout lives of poverty and chastity, rejecting power and possessions.
NBC News in depth tonight, crisis in the church, the Catholic community in Massachusetts, dealing now with an ugly secret that's been hidden for far too long.
Of course, according to Hindu philosophy, the physical universe is an illusion. They use the word Maya. But Maya has many meanings.
It was the secular alliance of the Roman Church and the French Crown, employing fortune-hunting noblemen and foreign mercenaries, which destroyed the Cathar's Gnostic alternative and condemned it as heresy. 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 As heresy.
Silence, manifesting, catalyst, the copies rage, bar, cage about a fishiness, smelly anger, shifted danger, on the map of perfect pleasure, was the pimp and the wars of the freaky chambers, one break, two break, 345, bleak future, unwanted portrait with orchid forces, random suicide, bye, I'm back freestyling, wilding as the given place, drums that goes a tongue. Like music orange horn, blood and colorful socks, my marriage rare, poisonous and ruthless as the old me. Now see me walking down a sidewalk, is that your heart? I seen it from a distance, I really tried to miss it. Kiss me, I want you. You're such a pretty bird, you're great is what I heard. Enough, you want me? Kill that guy for turds. She thinks I'm into scat sex. What could be next? This vortex may bring stress. Over drum kicks, my lunch meat days will see your feelings. Like music orange horn, blood and colorful socks, my marriage rare, blinky and I'm blinking and stay out in. Bird, there goes some flash, tick, under that. In my mind there is a fire being used for jump roping, caught in that. Bird, there goes some flash, tick, my marriage rare, blinky and I'm blinking and staring. Like music orange horn, blood and colorful socks. In my mind there is a spider being used for jump roping. Oh no, off the hinges. This is like a mixture when I mix this, reach the higher high. Oh sweet death, are you blind? Cut us from left, hop from behind. Off our crime, hit us from behind. Strike with a wine, it's a wipe. The company of money sees, it's where the kids be. Swimming to a net, thing that lands off the flat or the fence. You may be dead, pretty surface, pretty cuspid. Got and we fear, the window, the wall is there. You're comfortable, I'm on to you. You're comfortable, I can kill you. Feel my wrath, cause I love a bat. You love little boys, kids and girls. The water that's filled with flame of pearl. I may push the clan from the kids of Sam. As a matter of play from with a new triple play clan.
I write a manifesto and I want nothing. Yet I say certain things, and in principle I'm against manifestos, as I'm also against principles. The principle, love thy neighbor, is an hypocrisy. Know thyself is utopian but more acceptable, since it embraces wickedness. No pity. Even after this carnage, we still retain the hope of a purified mankind.
Up and out, push, the baby is here now, let's have a look. Ignore those lines, ignore those eyes, look at those guys on time. Open up, push, the baby is here now, let's have a look. More, be my core, be for the block, get on the floor. Open up, push, the baby is here now, let's have a look. Ignore those lines, ignore those eyes, look at those guys on time. Open up, push, the baby is here now, let's have a look. More, be my core, be for the block, get on the floor.
I'm against action. For continuous contradiction, for affirmation too, I am neither for nor against. And I do not explain because I hate common sense.
Types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble. Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. And monsters who always tell lies. Lying monsters are a real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters.
They pose as humans, even though they have no understanding of the human heart. They eat, even though they've never experienced hunger. They study, even though they have no interest in academics. They seek friendship, even though they do not know how to love. If I were to encounter such a monster, I would likely be eaten by it. Because in truth, I am that monster.
Humid and this vast contraption of death and agony, we dwell with a faceless essence of hilarity and tragedy. What can be more burning than this? What is more burning than this? We yearn for and earn things that are perplexing to the average mind. Who are we? What are we? We are anything more than what I describe, or are we only what I describe? So with this, we don't hide. We appear near yet far. This is our plane and this is our car. Verisimilitudes of morality show themselves an awful lot in our existence, so much so that we mistake each and every one of them for representation of the truth, or simply a depiction of rationalism. Tough are the beings we sacrifice to rid our lives. Tough are the beings we keep alive to give our offerings. One simply can't strive for greatness without appearing great. This is the average message that is tattooed on every child upon their birth. The earth isn't trivial, we are. Yet, perhaps, the point is for us to exist to depict this. Maybe without us, an existence out there in the cosmos would cease to exist. Stampeding through the lush land are ideas that won't ever sink in the spontaneous quicksand. But, where are we going? To the hut of geniuses, I was told, continuously as a youngling. Garnished are many of the wooded rural towns that surrounded some of my most personal thoughts. This action is not as profound as it may seem. Perhaps this is all but a dream.
Nick Roy, if that's your real name. You don't think I know, do you? You think I've been in the shadows this whole time. You don't think I know what you've been plotting against full communism. Not just communism, full communism, fully. You don't think I know. Well, I know. I will expose the truth. Everyone will know you for the licentious rogue you are. Nick Roy. You don't think I know. I do.
victory, the infantry was covered in a blanket of doubt about everything filling the air that 2,000 pairs of lungs inhaled. The war was won, yet here we are basking in the victory with a sheer feeling of bloodlust. So we decided to eradicate a nearby village. But was this eradication an evil action? Yes, one can say that it was, but was it really? In order for it to be an evil action, wouldn't lives that we eradicated with genocide have to be proven to be innocent? Perhaps we are evil in a different way. The participants of war are usually looked at as antagonists by people who view themselves as saviors of some sort of dying cause or a dying populace of human beings. But the truth is no one is a superhero and no one is a villain. If the enemy attacks right now, we will die. Nor if the enemy attacks right now, I will use you for cover and I will live. Well, that's a terrible thing to say. No, it's the truth, says myself. The inquisitive man walks away. Sunset symbolizes sunrise and vice versa if you look at both actions from a metaphorical POV. I try to look at everything from a metaphorical POV. Life seems much more fun when you see things that aren't really there. If you could rate life from 0 to 10, what would you rate it? 0. Why 0, says Fleehead? Because it reminds me of reincarnation. Did you hear that explosion? What explosion? The one from 5 seconds ago. Well, anyway, would you like some help dumping all of the ammunition? Sure, start over there and dump those grenades. You know, this reminds me of my childhood. How so? When in response to me being cold, my childhood mother would set camouflage on fire, stomp out the fire, then wrap me in hot fabric. Sure, I would get burned, but at least I was no longer cold. Your mother sounds like a lovely person, says Leanne in what seemed like a sarcastic fashion. Sarcasm? Sort of. So how does this remind you of that? Don't see what could possibly trigger such a memory. Well, the action doesn't really trigger the memory, the warmth does. See, my mother had to be cold towards me to make me warm. Just like how we have to be cold towards these weapons and ammunition in order to be warm. Doing these statements you try to pass off as logical metaphors and what? Okay, I'm going for a walk. Feel for atmosphere here, but I don't see anyone. Perhaps the lurkers are mentally marking my every move. Perhaps I died during battle and all of this is just a figment of my haunting demise. Oh, sweet jazz. It is probably the music that played during my inception. It is probably the music that will play during my demise. If I die now, I would be satisfied, strolling through a nearby forest of heartbeats and breaths as I'm gazing at every tree that I come across. My past slowly flashes behind me and in front of me. I'm in a 10-foot pool under the water, holding my breath. The bees want to kill me. They'll wait until I come up for air, just so they can poison me over and over and over again, as if my blood wasn't tainted enough. I love that. What is it? It's jazz. It's so vibrant and alive. I'm glad you like it. Here's another jazzy tune I composed it myself. Oh, this is sort of interesting. Sort of? Well, I haven't heard anything like it. It'll take a while for it to grow on me. I suppose that's a good thing. Yes, it's good. The tune lingered in my mind since then, and now it is playing. Now I truly understand the artistry of such a combination of sounds. Perhaps I can come up for air as it plays. Maybe it will chase the mighty bees away. The future has hatched, and I am but a representation of something I thought died. It is a bleak time where little monsters check under their beds in search of gigantic children. We never seek to change the world, we seek to change beings into beings that would make us formidably comfortable within ourselves. This era and notion of the main idea of our existence sheds light on the plight of many. It's almost time for me to get on stage and perform a quartet. Gasping over and over the longer he walks the odd terrain, his feet are placed over as if every step symbolizes a tight squeeze of his lungs. Water who can easily maneuver throughout this vulturous playing field that many call a city of God's gold. I would like to meet such a being. He shuffles and shuffles and shuffles. His decks of cards are small, yet just one magician's trick would probably depict something vastly controversial. Working in this field of entertainment is like nothing else, but exactly like everything else. It gives, it takes, it loves, it hates. You say you're not paranoid, but the truth is you can't stop yourself from looking when someone new walks into the classroom. Class, you have a new student. His name is Jockey. Go on, love. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Jockey, and I'm the son of the people who control where we end up next. What is that supposed to mean? Yelled a very tight vagina young lady named Epitah. Well, it means my mother and father both decide where the showman of this vehicle will perform next. Well, can you deliver a message for me? Can you tell your mom and pa that this is a great thing that they created and I love it? I most definitely will. Okay, now, time for you two to do like the rest of the class and plug in, says the teach. Plug in, says Joppy, in an inquisitive and confused manner. Yes, you take this here device and plug it anywhere in your body. It basically takes us to school, says Peacock. Peacock demonstrates how to plug in, and Joppy quickly learns and follows. The bell rings. Class is clearly over for today. It's raining with a bit of sunshine and high winds, as if the god of weather is burning this cheating goddess as she screams and cries in agonizing pain while exhaling hurricanes. Crowded, oh so crowded, there's laughter everywhere on the way back to his room. This room is far, never close unless he doesn't want to be inside of a jar. His first day of class was quite interesting, even though he learned a few things that were non-interesting to him. Now that I have class in the place of work, maybe I can devise a new method that may revolutionize this system. There can never be too much heaven, says Joppy. I can't concentrate with the existence of the constant echoes. Murder me or make me deaf. Yes up? Yeah. Calm down. It's just little sounds in your gargantuan mind. All you need to do is think of bigger things to eradicate the noise. I've done that, and the noise still lingers. Anyway, where are we headed again? Up, then back down. The boss wants us to bring her an element. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you see yourself or do you see the person you think you are? How do you know you're not really someone's doppelganger? Okay, boss, we brought you an element. What are you going to do with it? That's none of your business. Where's my son and where's my partner? Okay. And your son is currently on his way to his room and your partner is taking a brief nap. Alright. Joppy begins to talk to itself and says, it is only winter, even though it feels like so much more. I am cold, yes, but to the warmth only reminds me of the times I've lost. But anyway, the row in front of me is my friend at the moment, and I'm comfortable with walking all over it. There's no guilt nor shame. I conquered my quest before I gained. Being confident would be futile if I used all of my confidence in just 1 mile. Clever, whispers a sheer, shy whisper. Who goes there? Don't you think that question is a little cliche? No, not really. Who are you? I am hilarity. And what do you want from me? What do you want with me? Oh, nothing. I just thought it would be great if I accomplished and accompanied you back to your room. Well, I don't need your assistance. I'm fine. You don't look fine. I feel fine, and that's enough. There are like 6. They create trypophobia within their inner circles that have circles. On the road to his room, Joppy is being watched by them as if they are his guardian angels. But of course, that isn't the case. Hey, wake up! Come, go for a walk. What is it? Want to start our fun again? No, I do not. I'm interested in walking to something far much greater than our obstacle. Come on, get up. I'm up. So what's everyone up to? The same as usual. Working, time, creating lives. I love being a part of a circus. Yeah, me too. Hurry up and get up. Okay, I'm up now. The treacherous stroll where laughter unfolded. The unseen and hidden tension one partly wanted to conceal from everyone else. In a brash attempt to somehow create a piece that'll die anyway, on any day, they head up this enigmatic stairway, and suddenly everything is paused. Perhaps you, the reader, should click play. The witchy-esque hairy flesh of the earth I espied. Dark cloud I was on, to space like mauve ponds. Eons to eons I float gone and gone. So here's another riot, or should I say a protest? Who will die next? Will bombs hit your precious movement? Perhaps celebs shit constellations. I was riding through type 1 with my fleet of inspirations. Now here comes a type 2. What is the glucose of the universe?
Numbers. Such things can be very annoying sometimes. Annoying to the extent that if you forget that numbers aren't everything, you may just lose your sanity or perhaps even more. If you find yourself losing your breath while counting, it's probably because you were venturing off into unfamiliar territory. Or perhaps only a mad genius would waste oxygen during the process of looking for something that doesn't depend on oxygen to exist. What are you doing up here? I'm counting clouds. Well, that sounds pointless. Just because a learning method is unorthodox doesn't mean it's a pointless action. What exactly is the profound information one can gain from counting clouds? I don't know, but just because it looks like a simple outcome is on the way doesn't mean there will be a simple outcome. So how many did you count so far? 832. How so? I only see 4 clouds. Well, these 4 have changed throughout today. 208 times to be precise. Changed? Yes, they change shape over and over. They sort of remind me of people. People truly change based on where the wind blows. People are sort of like leaves, I guess, in trees and roots and bushes. I couldn't breathe yesterday. I was smothered by overwhelming calculations. Today I am oddly focused. Focused more than I ever have been. During my new life on this ghastly gas. Alright, well I'm headed back inside, said my brief companion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.